Oh. Yeah, I thought it was. My bad, y'all. I thought it was it, but it wasn't. I always forget to zip it up. But what's going on YouTube? It's Kevin and Mikkel here with a new video for you guys. I hope you guys had a great weekend. And also, I hope that you guys watched our video that we posted on Saturday morning. If you missed that video, make sure y'all check it out because that was a good video. Also, I want to give a shout out to WeTV because they sent us their new reality show, Match Made in Heaven, which we would love for you guys to watch because we will be reviewing some of the episodes from the show. The show is actually airing on our channel, so what we need you guys to do, whether you like it or not, you know, like the show or not, you know, please go over there, check it out, like the video, and please share it, and also go to our Twitters and retweet the video because, you know, we don't get these opportunities all the time, so we need our supporters to, you know, support us and share the videos and at least watch the show, give the show a try. Also, please make sure that you start this video off by clicking that thumbs up button and share this video on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, or wherever you share our videos because I know that this is going to be a good video. I got a good feeling because I think we're going to go back and forth on one of the topics. But on this video in particular, we're here to talk about the 57th Annual Grammy Awards, which aired last night on CBS at the Staples Center in LA. I'm so tired of it always being in LA. When is it going to come back to New York? That's what I want to know.
So. You know why? Because the weather's so nice out there during this time of year. Yeah. When you think about it, it's...
Yeah, they got so comfortable like it used to be.
Of course, it's nice out there. And then on top of that, when they leave, when the show is over out there, it's 8 o'clock, so it's still early. Over here, it's 11 o'clock, and it's cold in February. Yeah. I mean, but
take it to Miami.
They could take it to Miami. You're right.
Be fine.
They could take it to Miami because it's nice at this time of year. It seems like the VMAs are the ones that always does a lot of moving around, but the Grammys seem to be set right there in LA because that's where a lot of people make their music at.
But last night I gotta say that I enjoyed the Grammy Awards.
I did too.
Like I really enjoyed it.
I didn't like too many of the performances, but I actually enjoyed the show and I enjoyed like the categories, and I also enjoyed the fact that a lot of the predictions we made actually happened. And a lot of people were hitting us up saying that, wow, y'all really did it. But I mean, we've been doing that for the past few years, and it's been...
We just be knowing things.
I think it's more so common sense.
Yeah, that too. But it's just... I think some people need to let their standards down some and just like really pay attention to the category.
Right.
And you know, but...
Because I think this time I was like, of course I'm always rooting for Beyonce. But I think realistically you're like, but she's up against this person and that person. As great as she is, it's like, this is a real competition. Yeah. And I didn't realize too, I think Album of the Year, she was the only female. Wasn't she?
Yep, she was
the only female nominated. Like,
yeah,
I didn't realize that until after the show. After the show. I was like, wait, she was the only female.
I didn't even pay that no mind.
That's because she goes neck and neck with the fellas. She can hang.
But I really got something to say about that category, and you know, I want to get Kanye together. But before we go there, let's talk about, you know, some of the performances. The show opened up with AC/DC. I didn't know the first song they did, but I damn sure enough knew Highway to Hell. And I was surprised that they got them to open up the show, but I was kind of glad because I'm like, yeah, let's give the old acts out first. Let's put them all out. But surprisingly, like, they did a great, not surprisingly, but they did a great job, and the audience was into it, and they gave the audience their little devil horns and stuff.
I missed it.
Yeah, they opened up with that, and you know, I guess LL Cool J did his little monologue or whatever, but you know what, the Grammys are too safe picking LL Cool J all the time.
Yeah, they are.
All the time. Put some comedy up in there. Like I tweeted last night. Yes,
Kevin Hart would be perfect for it.
Yes, but some people was like, no.
No, Kevin Hart would be perfect for it because, I mean, Kevin Hart is at the top right now. And not only that, black people and white people love Kevin Hart.
Yes.
Like, blacks and white love him. I mean, Kevin Hart would be perfect for that. If he would add some comedy in between like, it just would be so good to have him. I mean, if you're not gonna pick Kevin Hart, at least a comedian, a good comedian. But I mean, I feel like Kevin, like, they're playing it too safe with LL Cool J, and he's been the host for the past
like 4 years.
4 years.
This was his 4th time hosting the show, and I know one time they got Queen Latifah. Put somebody up there that's funny, okay? Let them host the show. It's
Ellen.
Yeah, I like Ellen, but I think she's more like I liked her more at the Oscars. I mean, I'm pretty sure she'll do a good job.
Yeah, but Ellen can hang with them at the Grammys.
I wouldn't be surprised if she already performed. I'm trying to get all these performances up. They perform Rock or Bust. So, okay, next was Ariana Grande. I love me some Ariana Grande, but you know what? She was too scared. She was scared and she held back because that girl can fucking blow. And she stood there on that mic. She stood in front of the microphone the whole time. She had like a little orchestra behind her and everything. And she, you know, she sang it beautifully, but it was just like, you're holding back your vocal talent. You're nervous. I wanted her to grab that microphone and walk down and just walk across the stage and just sang. That's what I really wanted her to do. Did you see that part?
I did see it. I thought she sounded really good. Was this her first time at the Grammys? I mean, performing?
It might have been her second time. Might have been her second time.
I thought she did good. I mean, I'm not a big Ariana Grande fan, so I'm not really into her like that. She can definitely sing, that I do know. I mean, it's obvious. But
you know what I'm thinking about?
You don't have to be a fan to know that somebody can sing, and she can sing.
They had that. Is this a new episode of Skin Straight with that lady like this all the time?
Why are you saying that lady? That's a man.
Well, you know what I'm saying. You dropped it. But
because I saw somebody else say that. I said, wait.
Well,
no, I think that's a new episode. I don't think that's an old episode.
Because she was like,
I was looking at you. I was waiting for you at the door. I said, that's at the door.
So they're talking about that's how Mariah was going to confront Ariana at the Grammys. That was so fun. I know all about you. I was waiting on you at the door.
Did you see when they did that clip for Family Man?
They got her out of here. They really did. I seen another one with another girl going back and forth.
How they edited the two. Yes!
Oh my goodness.
Black, I don't care what nobody said, black social media. Black social media has no chill button. It's not the white people, it's the black people. Because black people take anything and make it into a funny moment. And it'll have you into
when
I saw that Family Matters, I was in. Yeah. I said, no, not the Grammy. They put the glasses on her.
And so after Ariana performed, Tom Jones and Jessie J performed. Now don't get me wrong. It was a beautiful performance, and I loved it. But I'm like, Jessie J had one of the biggest songs from last year, Bang Bang with Ariana Grande and Nicki Minaj. Why couldn't they get up there and perform that song? I thought that would have been decent to see on the show. And, you know, it would have, not because the crowd wasn't dead. It wasn't a lot of up-tempo performances.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't at all.
A lot of people was just there to sing, and a lot of them did a great job.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, I don't think anybody did a bad job when it came to vocals. Like, I don't think anybody did a bad job.
You know who I think? I don't want to say she did a bad job, but I didn't get my life. Who was Sia from singing Chandelier? It was something off. It was something
I can tell you what was off.
The performance. Can you imagine if we did a Scorpion Show video with our backs on the whole time?
I mean,
you know, I did some I had to do some research.
She don't have no need to be nervous.
She said it wasn't her being nervous.
Of course not.
She doesn't want
to see anybody
because her name has really gotten out there. She doesn't want people to know who she is, or recognize her in public, because she was saying that when people get famous, you lose your life, because everyone wants to know who you are, what you're doing. People, you can't have a normal.
So we don't know what she looks like.
I don't know what she looked like. Like, she's been out for a long time, but once she started writing songs for other people and she started getting big and her music started going more mainstream, she's like, oh hell no.
I mean, I get that. I get it. I get it 100%, because nobody wants to be hounded once you become famous. I mean, look at the famous people now. They get attacked for the silliest
things. She didn't like what people say about on social media. She didn't want nobody to judge her.
Right. You get attacked for crazy stuff. I mean, You know, I get attacked. I post a picture of Kim Kardashian and they attack me. I said, why are you attacking me?
Yes,
you know, I don't understand why. But the thing that I don't understand is, I mean, you're out there. We already know what you look like. If you do your research hard enough for longer, I mean, Google is a bitch. Google will show you what your mom looked like. I just don't understand that point of her having her back towards the crowd. Like, I mean, the performance was cute. It was a good skit that they did, but I just feel as though it takes away from her as an artist when you perform and you have your back towards your audience. And not like, what does that say about you?
And then she has, when she does interviews, her back is facing the audience.
Then don't come on my show.
Like she does a whole lot of that. It was just, she doesn't want people to know who she is. She doesn't want people.
It's silly. You know what? I think that's a little silly, and I think it's a little goofy. You know, I think it's starting. To me now, it's starting to sound goofy, because my father always taught me that when you talk to somebody, you look them in their face. How you going to have somebody interview you and you have your back towards them? How you going to go on a show like the Grammys and sing and you got your back towards your not only your peers but your fans at home? How do you do that?
She's like, F this, I don't want to be famous. She was saying,
well, if you don't want to be famous, then you should have stuck to songwriting.
And then she was saying, like, she was saying that she knew that her experiment was becoming, you know, was working because she was in Target and her song was on and nobody knew her. Of course, because you don't show your face. Duh. If I got on this show for 6 years and never showed my face, nobody would know who the hell I was either. They would recognize my voice, but they wouldn't know my face. But then what good is that? Listen.
I guess if it's working for, but you know.
Yes, I'm really contemplating buying her album because it's $5.99.
That wouldn't have worked for a black artist, though. No.
You know, people be all up in your business anyway.
No, I mean, that wouldn't have worked for a black artist to just not show their face. While I mean, it just, to me, if you feel that strongly about fame and the price of fame and the repercussions of fame, then you should have stuck to songwriting. You know what I mean? You should have stuck to songwriting or background vocals. Why then you make this good music, because she can definitely sing, and I love that song Chandelier, and then you don't even let your fans know who you are or what you look like because you feel as though it's just get too hectic. But what about me who goes and I buy your stuff and I can't even know what you look like?
Well, I'm not going to say she's not the prettiest thing, but so what?
It's about the voice. Hollywood, yeah.
It's about the voice.
And I want to be able to tell you to your face, you don't know what that song did to me, or you don't know what your voice does to me. I can't tell you that because I got to talk to you to your back.
Because you don't want the price of fame.
Because you don't want the price of fame, then you should have stuck to songwriting.
Well,
if I didn't want to get criticized by people the way I get criticized all the time every time I open up my mouth or post something on social media, then I should have never came on the show. But it's something it's something you have to deal with because we live in a social media type world. I mean, we don't live in a world 20 years ago when you could be famous and not have that type of scrutiny all on social media. We live in a world now that anything you do and anything you say is going to be scrutinized, whether it's good or bad.
It seemed like it's just really working for her because she still get on TV shows and.
Yeah, because they're goofy. The people who are, because they're goofy. The ones who are interviewing her are goofy for interviewing her.
She was on Chelsea Handler.
Chelsea Handler's goofy.
But Chelsea Handler was talking to her face to face, but you know the chairs was facing the audience, which is just
like I can't believe you would actually stoop to that level that you would do something like that. Yeah. But like I said, they can get away with that. We would never be able to get away with something like that.
So did you watch Miranda Lambert's performance?
I did.
I liked it, and I'm not a big country music fan. Like, the only big country music fan I love right now is Carrie Underwood, who won a Grammy last night. That's my girl. But I was really into that performance, and like, I really gave it a chance, because normally I would just switch to whatever else is on TV and come back. But she did a great job, and then, I don't know what she said, but they had bleeped out her performance. They bleeped something out like this was the BET was. I'm like, oh, I got to really get into her, but I think this is the same one that was talking about Chris Brown.
No, it's not. You think it is, and that's all I kept thinking about while she was performing, because Chris Brown was sitting right there
in front row.
Yes.
Ooh.
And so when she was performing, I had to, because I was around the corner at somebody's little Grammy house party, and while she was performing, I was just like, wow, that's her, and they had no clue who she was and what she had said. And I said, no, me and Kevin actually talked about that a few years ago when she made those comments about Chris Brown.
Yeah, she was going in.
She was going there. But I think I told her she needs to mind her business.
Yes, but her talent, she definitely got some talent.
Very talented.
Shout out.
The Grammys did a good job with finding talent to perform this year. I will say that.
They did. So let's talk about some of the collaborations. Hosier, Take Me to Church. First of all, when I heard that, I found out about a lot of songs actually through commercials or when they have a movie on. Mm-hmm. Like, they kept playing Take Me to Church, and I'm like, I fucking love this song. I got to find out who he is. And then I seen him on Saturday Night Live, and I was hooked on that song, and I bought the song and everything. So I was happy that, you know, he got recognized for, I think it was Record of the Year. He didn't win, but he was nominated, and I was happy for him because I just knew that song was just powerful enough to get a big nomination. But he performed, and I was happy for him. And then he brought out Annie Lennox. Annie Lennox, she was like, I'm going to sing a little bit of this with you. And then Annie just took that shit to another level. Okay? She came out there and fucking sang.
Because she wanted you to know I still got it.
Yes. No matter what what I would say about Beyonce and her being a feminist, I still got it.
Yeah, she still got it.
I still got it.
That's why I said the Grammys did a great job with the talent this year.
Yes, like I remember when I didn't even like Annie Lennox, like, cause she was in that Eurythmics, and I hated that Sweet Dreams video, and I always thought she was just some scary person and all that stuff. But it was just great to see that someone of her caliber is on this show and just vocally just gave it to you. Annie, for me, that was probably my favorite performance of the night because I wasn't expecting her to go there. Especially when you are coming out as someone's guest. Mm-hmm. You fucking did. I love it when an artist do. I fucking love it. I love it. So shout out to Annie. Now, I can't answer this phone. So, I got to go back to my phone and look at the rest of the performances. But anyway, Mary J. Blige came out with Sam Smith. Now this is my thing. Mary J. Blige was not needed. I don't care what nobody say. Sam Smith is strong enough to sing that song on his own. He didn't need Mary J. Blige, even though she sounded great. Give her that. She sounded great. But no, I thought that they could have probably did something else. Or they could, because he did some songs with Mary on her new album. Why couldn't you just sing something like that? But for Sam Smith, for that song to be such a big song, let him have his moment. That's how I feel about it. What did you think about it?
I loved the performance. I feel the total opposite. I loved it. And you know what's so funny? Because when I first heard the remix with her on it, I felt the same way you felt. Like, why the hell is Mary J. Blige on this remix? She's not needed. No. But then when I saw them perform last night, how subtle it was and how clean and clear it was vocally from the both of them.
Excuse me.
Because, you know, Mary J. Blige is great, but, you know,
sometimes she have her off days.
Yeah, sometimes she's off days. We all know Mary will have an off day and still go through with a song like she ain't hear herself bitching. Mm-hmm. But that's what makes her so great. But Mary was on point last night, and I really, really liked it. Like, she didn't out-sing him. Mm-hmm. She didn't try to steal the moment. It was just so good. And what I liked about the performance was that here you have this newcomer, this guy who was just blown up. You know, he's been doing his thing for a while, but he's just now blowing up. Mm-hmm. And for him to be virtually an unknown artist to a lot of folks, to be this guy who's nominated for all these awards, and he's standing at the Grammys performing next to
Mary J. Blige.
A legend. Like, to me, I was just in awe of that moment. And I'm going to be honest with you. Can I just be honest with y'all? That performance probably... It was the only performance that really brought a tear to my eyes while I was watching it. I was just like, oh my God, because I was so shocked that Mary J. Blige didn't sound bad. I was like, oh my God, she sounds... And I'm not saying that in a shady way, because Mary J. Blige can sing down, but I mean, she has had her pitchy moments. Yes. And that's no shade. We all know it. But I mean, she just sounded so... good.
She sounded good, but
I liked it. It touched me, and it touched me to the point where I actually wanted to go and look for it so I could listen to it again. But I was doing other things today at work. Mm-hmm. But you know.
So Rihanna, Kanye West, and
Paul McCartney
Well, Paul McCartney was just there, okay? He was just there to strum that
because
guitar.
it didn't look like he was into it. But not only that, can I just say this? I didn't even see the whole performance. I went to the bathroom, and when I came out of the bathroom, the performance was on, but I went straight to my phone. So I didn't realize who exactly, because mind you, I had never heard the song before. So I didn't know it was them. So I walked straight to my phone because my phone was charging. I was on my phone. And when I turned around and I saw it was them, I was like, oh. And I was like, wait, what are they saying? Because it was like 4 or 5 seconds to Sunday or Monday, whatever the hell they were saying. And I was just like, wait, what are they saying? And by the time I realized it was them, it was done. And I was just like, damn, I wish I could have gotten to the song.
Let me tell you something. At first I thought Kanye didn't want to be up there. And then, you know, Rihanna, she sang her bit. Then Kanye came through. He did his thing, and he really got into it. And that's when Rihanna, it was time for her to sing. Rihanna, let me tell you something. I remember when we used to sit in that sit in that basement. We used to sit in that dining room, and we used to go in on your vocals.
But she did a good job.
Everything was studio this, studio that. Rihanna, baby. Them vocals was what they say on fleek. That's the first time I think we ever said that on the show. That they was on fleek. I loved it. Didn't love your dress on the red carpet, but I loved your voice, and I can't wait to hear the rest of your new album. I want to hear what you got cooking up for us. And I know she was doing a soundtrack too for some movie, and then she got her own album. I loved it. That was another highlight for me for the Grammys, because Rihanna was just
right. She just let that's why I said the Grammys did a great job. But they did. Nobody sounded bad, and I was waiting for somebody to crack, and I was like, damn,
and you know who else had an off day? A lot, Katy Perry. But last night
she didn't have an off day either.
That was a beautiful. First of all, when you got the president speaking about domestic violence, because I love that song. I'm sorry, y'all. Damn. I love that song so much. So, you got the president. Don't do them face. I know you're making a face. I know you.
I'm not making a face.
I just love that song. So you got the president. I will come down there. That woke me up. Then you got the president giving his speech about domestic violence and saying it's on us, because it's on us.
Yeah. Swallow.
Sorry. Then you had the lady that opened it up, and she was just talking about how she was in that situation and how you don't have to go through that, and how, you know, you should get yourself out of the situation and get help. And what she was saying, it just was like, oh my God. She's saying all the stuff that we have been saying for so long on our show, but we don't know shit because we're men.
Because we're men.
Yes, I know that. You know what? This picture right here. Somehow everybody looked at Chris Brown after Barack. But it's just wrong. But that's how people stare at you in church, especially kids. And you be like, turn around. You look. Your mom be like, hey, you looking at people. So Katy Perry performed By the Grace of God. It's I believe it's the last song off of Prism. And it was just one of those songs where I knew that song was about her divorce with the comedian. I can't remember. Russell Brand.
Yeah. Oh my God, I forgot they were married.
Yes.
That was a long time ago, wasn't it? Like 3-4 years ago?
And Katy went in on that song. Like, that song, and it's also inspirational. No, but it wasn't about being beat. It was just, it's an inspirational song, and how you can make it through things by the grace of God. And that was the name of the song, By the Grace of God. I just loved it. And Katy in that white dress, her face was beat. Her hair was just slick and not that crazy stuff that she always have. It was just so beautiful. Katy, you fucking did that too. What else? I really wasn't into the whole country bit. The whole country bit before Rihanna and them came on. Because that's how they got you. You could have missed it if you changed the channel because you're thinking this whole country
that's what I thought the Rihanna and them was I came up to bed. I don't know.
And Madonna performed. See, okay, I liked it. But I knew once I seen the Devil Horns, I was like, oh my God. Somebody is going to be like, you know, she's in the Illuminati or something. And someone, I guess someone that followed us, when I tweeted that, you tweeted your tweet, oh my God, I can't believe Madonna is singing about being friends with the devil.
That's not what I tweeted.
I don't know what it was, but my tweet was there and your tweet was right on top.
That's not what
I said, oh my God.
As a matter of fact, I asked a question. It was a question that I asked because I didn't understand the words that she was saying. And it threw me off because I didn't understand what she was saying. And what really threw me off is when I saw the guys running around with the outfits on.
Looking like Maleficent.
So, yeah, you know, or looking like the devil, you know. But what I asked was, it's coming, y'all. Hold on.
Yes, you tweeted a lot. You did a lot of defending last night, huh?
I asked.
I know.
Yeah, I asked, is Madonna singing about being friends with the devil? Because I didn't understand. At first, I thought she was talking about being friends with somebody. That's what I thought she was talking about. Am I right on that?
I don't know what she was singing about. You know why I didn't know what she was singing about? Because that background vocalist was fucking slaying that shit. I knew that was a big woman singing. And, you know, Madonna, you need to tell us who she was. Because she was just killing it. She was killing it and going in. But I don't know if she was thinking about... I think she was thinking about looking for love.
Yeah, my question when I asked about the devil situation, it wasn't more or so being serious. It was actually me being a joke. Yeah, I was kind of being shady, but I was being truthful when I didn't really understand what she was saying. And the devil, the guys dressed up the way they dressed. You're not gonna fart, are you?
I don't think so. I'm trying. Go ahead.
And the guys dressed up the way they were dressed up. It kind of threw me off guard because I'm like, you know, I know when I have bad dreams and nightmares and things like that, the devil looks like that. It doesn't look like a guy dressed in red. It looks like a guy in all black. Okay? That's what the devil looked like, so that's why I thought...
But it was. But for the performances, I think Madonna did okay for what she could do. But the song itself, I fell in love with the song. And then Madonna she sang the chorus so much that the audience was fucking singing it. That's how you know you got a good ass song.
And then you know what? Even though I didn't understand what she was saying, but Madonna was having fun, and that's how you're supposed to do when you ain't no top-notch performer. That's what you're supposed to do on stage. You're supposed to have fun. You're supposed to do the best of what you can do. Don't give me no lackluster performance. And Madonna didn't give a lackluster performance at all. She really, really brought her A game for a 56-year-old.
Her legs were amazing. Point, like,
she looked amazing. Amazing.
56. I want to look better than that at 56. She was a little bit slow with the movements though, because the dancers was dragging her around. Now if this was 20 years ago,
but she is 56.
Yes, again, I know. The child when Tina put that leg up at the Grammy 7 years ago.
Yeah, it didn't go all the way up.
But she got it up.
But she got it. But it didn't go all the way. She said.
And then had to learn to jump around.
Okay.
So, Adam Levine and Gwen Stefani. Let me just tell y'all something. Gwen Stefani, I effing love her, okay? I love her first two albums. I didn't really like when she went back to No Doubt. It just felt like, no. I know you went back because you ain't, you know, I don't know why she went back, but I don't think she was. I can't say what I really want to say, so I'm holding back. But when she went back,
tell me in my ear what you. Oh.
You know what I'm talking about?
It could be.
So,
but that ain't never happened with.
I know, but
I see what you're saying.
But it never.
Oh wait, you kind of. Oh yeah. That could have been the reason.
But yeah, I'm waiting for the new album. I just loved it. The performance was just beautiful. Her and Adam Levine together.
Can we talk about Adam Levine vocals? He did amazing.
Yes, they both did.
Yeah, he did. I was too busy focused on him though.
You fucking died.
No, not in that way. I mean, just vocally. Like, he just sounded really good. Everybody must have drank their orange juice.
Yes, they got it together.
They were singing.
Somebody gave them a pep. No, because they always trying to outdo Beyonce because they knew it was coming. So everybody's like, no, we're all gonna be on point tonight. We're all going to be on point. So before we get, because you know we're going to save that part. So I just want to give a shout out. I'm going to give a shout out to Tony Braxton and Babyface.
Mm-hmm.
They won for Best R&B Album for Love, Marriage, and Divorce. Pharrell won a Grammy for Best Urban Contemporary Album. He beat out Beyonce, Jhené Aiko, Molly Music, and I can't remember who else was in that category. Beyonce won for Best R&B Song for Drunken Love. She also won a Grammy for Best R&B, Best R&B Performance with her husband Jay-Z. They had probably like 7 Grammys together. They had like 7 Grammys together. Yeah.
Because I think she had 3 and he had 2 or something like that.
Yeah, she won 3 because she also won for Best Surround Sound Album. And if you're wondering how did she get a Grammy for that, it's because she was one of the engineers on the album. That's how she was nominated and won that. Because it's normally like, producers, engineers, and all of that stuff. So that's how she won that Grammy. And that's why Jay-Z had 2 and she had 3. Kendrick Lamar won 2 Grammys this year. So the Grammys didn't, snub him like they did last year. I think it was a consolation prize because they knew they were supposed to give it to him last year. Eminem won 2 Grammys. Best Rap Album, so Iggy didn't walk away with that. And he won like Best Rap Performance or something like that. Lady Gaga and Tony Bennett won for Best Traditional Pop Vocal Album, which makes Gaga the only artist to win a Grammy for albums in 3 different categories: dance, pop, and traditional pop vocal. And Christina Aguilera won that Grammy for Say Something. I told y'all they was going to get it. Sam Smith walked away with 4 Grammys. Y'all watched the show last night, so y'all know he was the biggest winner. Pharrell also won 3 Grammys last night. Best Pop Solo, Best, I already said that one, and Best Music Video for Happy. And Erica Campbell won a Grammy for Best Gospel Album. It was a lot of good winners last night, but that category for Best Pop Solo Performance, I think that was the toughest category because you had Katy Perry, you had Ed Sheeran, you had John Legend, you had Pharrell. Did I say Sam Smith?
No.
It was 6 people in that category. So that was like, oh my God, like who is going to win this one? That was the toughest category for me. Somebody is downstairs cooking and I can't wait to get down there to get some. Ooh, that smells so good. And so if we missed out a performance that you loved, write it down below. So we get to the point where it's Album of the Year. And I was sold that Sam Smith was going to win that album because I knew Beyonce wasn't going to win because Pharrell had beat her album in that category. So I was like, it's either going to be Sam Smith or Pharrell. But I just wanted it to be Sam Smith. But I was hoping it was Beyonce too because, she's never won that category. And I'm like, this is her main, but it didn't happen. It went to Beck. And I was like, what? And then on the TV, he was shocked. Then they panned to the other people, and everybody was shocked as fuck.
Prince.
Yes. Prince was unbothered. once Kanye went up there, and he had that face like,
He took mine. See, I missed it. I had my back turned to that. I just saw when Kanye was coming down. I didn't see when he went up.
Prince had that face like,
don't you do that.
Yeah.
Not while I'm standing here, you won't.
So, Beck is just so surprised that he won. But you know what? Something that I don't like, that the media has twisted this all around and saying that, everyone is upset that Beck beat Beyonce. Beyonce was not the only person in that category, okay? Not only did Beck beat Beyonce, he beat Pharrell, he beat Sam Smith, and he beat Ed Sheeran. So, everybody is all, he beat Beyonce.
I think it's more so because a lot of people were expecting her to win. That's probably why they were saying that.
I wanted Sam Smith. When I heard that album for the first time, I just like, y'all better favorite this tweet. He is going to be nominated for so many Grammys next year. But Kanye, that was just unprofessional of you. I don't give a fuck if you were joking or not. You don't do that to anybody's performance. But you know what? If anything, you helped Beck. and
Taylor Swift, remember?
yeah, same way he did Taylor Swift. You help Beck because people are saying, "Who is Beck? Who is Beck?" What I do, I went right to Google and Wikipedia and found who is Beck. This is not Beck's first time at this rodeo. He's been in the game for over 20 years, and not only that, that man does his own music. His own music, okay? Writing, producing, playing instruments, and all. He does it all.
That's why he was so shocked.
Yes, he did that. And I was just mad that Kanye went up there, and you know Beyonce was like, no, like you could see Jay was over it.
Yeah,
because it's just not right, Kanye.
Not right. Yeah.
Because you wouldn't want nobody to rain on your parade, and you know, you already know that was idiotic. And it just didn't look right. And then you went on E, because I missed it. But I woke up this morning. You know, Fox 29 was talking about it.
Oh my God. I think he was drunk when
he went on E and said that you gotta respect real artists. Beck needed to give that Grammy back to Beyonce. Wait a minute, Kanye. You might be the head of the Beehive, but hold up. Who's to say that Ed Sheeran didn't deserve it? Who's to say that Pharrell didn't deserve it? Did you go off on Pharrell when Pharrell won that Grammy earlier that night? No, you did not. No, you didn't. Where was you bitching then? I ain't see you walk up there doing a pre-Grammy telecast and had something to say. So he was just saying that Beck, basically he was saying, Beck is not a real artist. And the Grammys, we are not going to take this anymore. We are not going to take this. First of all, you don't need the Grammys to validate anything, bitch. You're supposed to make music because you love it. And you want to help people out there. Not, oh, I have to win. And Kanye, you got like 21 fucking Grammys, bitch. Have a fucking seat. Have a seat. Everybody is not going to win, okay? There's only a 20% chance of you winning a Grammy, okay? 20%, 1 out of 5. That your name will be called. And just because it's not the name that you think should be called does not mean that you get to rain on somebody else's parade and make their music feel less than. I don't think nobody was on your side last night, but I understand why the Beehive is upset. And I am literally, I'm upset that I feel like Beyonce gets snubbed a lot in the main categories. She does. Like, I think the Grammys feel comfortable giving her best R&B song, best urban performance. Like, they give her all those low categories because Beyonce, I'm gonna have to say it, Beyonce is so hungry to get all these Grammys, she throw her hat into every fucking thing. So I figure they say, okay, well, you can have those Grammys, but you can't have these main categories. So the last Beyonce big category she won was for single ladies. I think that was Record of the Year or something like that. But it's like they don't want to give it to her all the time. And, you know, and for the people that didn't hear Beck's album, you can't say, oh, Beck didn't deserve that. I didn't listen to the album, so I don't know what the fuck he deserved.
That's true.
You can't do that. That's just not right.
That's right.
You can't be blinded by your standness. Open your eyes. But Kanye, and since you talk, open your ears and your eyes. And Kanye, you want to talk about you want to boycott? You didn't say boycott, but you're not gonna come back to the Grammys. You know what, bitch? Don't submit no more of your music to the Grammys to even be considered to win one. And if you want to talk about boycotting the show, boycott the Grammys and start going back to the goddamn Soul Train Awards. Don't none of y'all big name artists go to the Soul Train Music Awards. And if it wasn't for Don Cornelius, you know, a lot of people wouldn't have a shot at anything. He made his own fucking American Bandstand and had all them people on there and everybody was watching that on Saturday mornings. Come on, man. Go back to what started it. When they was giving us awards when they didn't want to give us awards. Now everybody's too big to fucking show up. But shout out to the ones that do go to the NAACP Awards. And they like, fuck it, we don't need the Oscars, we got our own. So that's just how, I know I rambled on. Because I'm just upset. That's just how I feel about it.
I agree.
Totally agree.
Totally agree.
Totally agree.
110% agree.
Okay, so
he shouldn't have done it.
Yeah. So now we found out about what happened with the Beyonce gate, or excuse me, Selma gate, at the Grammys. Now this is when we first found out when we watched that video. We found out that Beyonce was performing with John Legend and Common, and that she was going to be a part of the Selma. Oh, wait a minute. we'll go back to that because I forgot to talk about Happy. Beyonce was going to be a part of the Selma tribute, and that Ledisi got, kicked to the curb for Beyonce for her to sing Take My Hand, Precious Lord. Did I say it right? Or Precious Lord, Take My Hand.
You said it. Go ahead.
Okay. So we all felt that, everybody, and it's no shade to Beyonce. You didn't have anything to do with the Selma project, and Ledisi's voice is on the soundtrack. Why not let Ledisi perform that? Okay. Now with John Legend and Common, their defense was, we were going to do the Selma tribute. Beyonce asked. Beyonce wanted to be a part of it in some kind of way. She wanted to be a part of it. She wanted to introduce them or something, and she asked to perform. So John Legend said that when Beyonce asks, you just can't say no. But even though you don't want to say no to Beyonce, instead of making Ledisi look stupid and in these interviews like, I don't know what happened, I think you should have had the courtesy to give her a call and say, hey Ledisi, not even asking for her approval, just telling her we're not going to go with you for the Grammys for this precious Lord Take My Hand. We're going to get Beyonce to do it. So I think if he would have did that, it wouldn't have been such a big thing, because you got Ledisi, she's being classy about it. She's not, oh, Beyonce stole my moment. She's just like, I'm disappointed.
Is Ledisi being classy about it, or is she not saying anything because they never intended on having a Precious Lord moment to begin with? Because from what I gathered was that the only people that were performing were John Legend and Common, because they were nominated for Glory. They were performing. There was never supposed to be.
Yeah, she never said that she was going to be a part of it. But what she was saying is she's disappointed that, okay, yeah, Beyonce is singing.
Who said that?
Ledisi. She said she was disappointed. But she was just, because I seen two different. I think I seen the one with E.T. And then I've read about when she did another interview.
I'm glad she was honest.
With E.T., she was just saying, you know what? She's first said, I don't know what's going on with that. But she said, but what I am glad is that I got a chance to portray an iconic figure, the Queen, Mahalia Jackson. Then she said that the Queen of Soul took over the song. And I believe she said somebody else. And she like, just for me,
Elvis Presley sung this a lot.
And she was just saying, for me to have the chance to sing it, and and then you have Beyonce getting a chance to introduce it to her audience. So she was like, it's just a, politically correct answer. Politically correct.
It's an homage to the song.
Yes.
But what I was because no, it's no dig to anybody, but I'm just saying is, I was under the impression, when we made our last video, I was under the impression that the Grammys
was already having the performance.
That they were already having the performance of Precious Lord, and they decided to go with Beyonce. That's what I was under the impression. But then when John Legend spoke out about it, he clarified it for me, as I'm sure he did for a lot of people, by letting us know, no, the Grammys didn't ask Beyonce to do it. Beyonce actually asked us, which solidified the fact that the Grammys had never even intended on having a Precious Lord moment. Yeah, I mean, stop and think about it. Stop and think about it. The Grammys doing something like that? No, really, stop and think about it. But it was supposed to be just John Legend and Common. Why? Because they were nominated, so therefore they were singing their song. Beyonce went to them, and I guess maybe Beyonce got wind of the fact that they weren't doing the whole Precious Lord, so she went to them and said, well, hey, can I do it? Can I open up for you? And they said yes. So I think it was a lot of stuff that went about, because a lot of people think that somehow the rug was pulled from under Ledisi's foot, but it was like, it wasn't pulled from under her foot in a sense, because they never, just think about it. If Beyonce wouldn't have asked to do that song, we wouldn't have even had a Precious Lord moment, because it was never intended for the show.
But you know what?
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand exactly where you're coming from. But it's always politics behind it. Maybe they never even thought that they should do that because the Grammys doesn't know who Ledisi is.
Or the Grammys probably don't even know what Precious Lord Take My Hand, how much that means to the African American community, because that is a powerful song in the black church. What, are you kidding me? When you find somebody in your church who can sing that song, my pastor, when you find somebody who can sing that song on a Sunday morning, first of all, F Ledisi and F Beyonce singing that song. The words behind and the meaning behind Precious Lord Take My Hand, for those of you that don't know, because I know there was a lot of people complaining last night about, you know, who sang the song and who should have sang the song. I've also know that a lot of people, because I questioned one of them and they were honest with me, told me that they didn't even know the words to Precious Lord Take My Hand, but yet they were so upset with Beyonce for singing it. The song, for those of you that don't know, the song is a powerful song. It's basically about someone singing out, crying out to God, I need you to take over because I can no longer do this on my own. I am tired, I am weak, I have done all it is that I can do, and I'm out of my wit's end. Like, I need you to now take over.
Can I ask you a question? Mm-hmm. Do you think that Beyonce sang that emotion of what you're saying that song is about?
I think Beyonce sang the emotion in the way Beyonce can sing it. Not everybody's going to be a Mahalia Jackson. Just like not everybody can be a Whitney Houston. Just like not everybody can be an Elvis Presley when he sang it. Just like not everybody can be a Ledisi when she sang it. Everybody has their different interpretations on how they sing a song. Just like when Beyonce did Jill Scott's He Loves Me. Everybody thought that Beyonce shouldn't have did it and Jill Scott was better. Fine. But Beyonce wasn't singing it to be Jill Scott. She was singing it in her own interpretation. Every singer who sings another song, they do it in their own way. I never, ever, ever expected Beyonce to be Mahalia Jackson. Just like I never expected Ledisi to be Mahalia Jackson. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you know, it was just for me, the performance itself. We all know Beyonce can sing.
But can I just say something real quick? Because what I found interesting, because there was a lot of people on social media who was just, you know, clowning Beyonce and saying, oh, she don't have the oil on her, she's not covered, she can't sing a song like that. And they were expecting somebody like us, Ledisi, who has a powerful voice to belt out that song. But this is my thing. I go to church every Sunday, and you know, we all know, those of us who go to church, we all know that there are different types of singers in church. You got those powerful singers like my pastor, and then you got Reverend Norton, who he's one of the ministers at my church, who sings, he sings down. But Reverend Norton gives you one of those old doo-wop type men from the 60s who've been singing on the corner, and so does my pastor's brother. It's all different types of singers in the church. Why, I was trying to figure out, as good as Beyonce was, why did people think that Beyonce should have been that powerhouse singer?
You know why?
Why?
Because when you are taking, like you said, a powerful gospel song like that, if you want to sing it, you're going to have to deliver the emotion from the lyrics of that song. For me, watching it, Beyonce sang, yeah, we all know she can sing, but for me, when I hear a gospel song, and you're going to take on that gospel role, for me, I need to hear that, it's like they said, that anointing. It's that where you feel it in your spirit that yes, like yes, I feel what you're saying. I didn't get that last night.
You didn't get it, but
I didn't get it.
Did.
You know what? The people that, to me, some of the people that said they got it was just the people that just stand out for Beyonce.
That's not
just
true.
Go
that's
crazy.
Just like when you go. That's
but,
just
but
like
I'm not finished. I'm not
sorry.
finished. You know, that's just how I feel about it. It was, the performance wasn't bad. She sang, but you want that and it where you can feel it. You can feel it. And there's been times where I felt it from Beyonce. I felt that emotion. I felt that spirit. When she sings Resentment, bitch, you all feel it. And we all know you feel it. But last night on Take My Hand, Precious Lord, I didn't feel that. I didn't feel the emotion, but she sang it down. But I was looking for that extra oomph. And for the people that were saying, oh, well, if you're just going to have anybody sing it, like, I would have preferred Jennifer Hudson or Fantasia. Let me tell you something. Jennifer Hudson, no. And you want to know why I know? Because Jennifer Hudson has a way of overpowering songs, and she can't control it. Now, Fantasia, she would have sang the fuck out of that song. But no, I didn't want her to. If you're going to do it, I would say put Ledisi on it because Ledisi was on the soundtrack. Now, this is the thing. Okay, that's fine. You're not going to go with Ledisi. But at least give her the courtesy. Give her the courtesy call so she don't go out in these interviews and look stupid and not know what happened or what's going on. I don't know why I didn't get picked. Just go to her and say, or Beyonce could have picked up the phone and say, you know, I know you did a beautiful job for the song, but I really would love to be a part of the tribute to Selma at the Grammys. I would really. Somebody could have said something to her and not have her blind out there and not know what's going on.
Beyonce's performance wasn't even really a tribute to Selma in a sense. It was a tribute to
all what's going on.
African struggle.
Yeah, but
it wasn't a Selma tribute. It just happened.
It was a part of the performance though, because you hear John Legend and Common and Beyonce's going to come out first, so it was all a part.
Well, if you stop and think about it, if you stop and think about it, the Grammys kept, when they introduced it, when they kept saying it, they kept saying a performance by Beyonce, and then
that's to hold you on as a radio, as a viewer.
But to me, I thought this whole debate about that situation was like,
no, because I mean, if you did a song for a soundtrack, and they pick, you're not. And then when people say, "Oh, where does Ledisi fans come from?" First of all, Ledisi got fans. Just a lot of them are old. Okay, they're not young like I'm about to say young like me. A lot of them are not as younger than me, but a lot of people know who she is. She has a great following, and goddamn it, they made their voices heard. They made their voices heard. And again, if nobody said Beyonce should not perform at the Grammys. Beyonce has 6 fucking nominations from that Beyonce album. And if I was Beyonce, I would have performed. You know what song she could have performed? She didn't have to do that, all that stuff. And I think Pretty Hurts would have fit in well with all what everybody was singing about last night at the Grammys. She didn't have to sing that for John Legend and Common. But I'm saying, if Kanye could have 2 performances, Beyonce could have had 2 performances too. Or Beyonce could have had that and let Ledisi get her thing. But it didn't happen. Beyonce sang. I think she did a great job. She didn't have that anointing, but okay. She still did a great job. And not only that, John Legend and Common did a fab job. They did a fucking fab job, and nobody's talking about that. And Pharrell...
just like nobody was talking about when Obama took the second oath of office. It was all about Beyonce.
And Pharrell...
It's always about
Pharrell's Grammy...
It's always about Beyonce, but then people don't like to bring Beyonce up. It's always about people don't never want to.
Oh yeah, I noticed that you was going back and forth with some people. Pharrell and his Happy performance. I feel like this is the last time we're going to see Happy. So he did a great tribute to Hands Up, Don't Shoot. But the performance is Pharrell would be a good person for Disney. I don't know why, but he just gives me that whole thing gave me something that you would see on a Disney cruise or something like that. But, it was great. I enjoyed it, but he just gives me Disney. It's just something about him. And Lady Gaga and Tony Bennett. Gaga, you and Beyonce, I feel that y'all can sing just about any genre that y'all want to. And you just did a fab performance. But the best thing about last night with you is that it was just so toned. There was no... You really leapt away from the costumes on that a while ago, but to see you in a different light, and not even just art pop, just, bitch, I'm singing jazz and I'm up here with Tony Bennett, bitch. Are you? You did that, and I'm proud of you. I am so proud of you for that. Y'all did that. So, yeah, that's, overall, the Grammys was a great show. You got a little bit of everything. But next year, Grammys, I think maybe y'all should do something with reggae in it. I think y'all should bring gospel back to the forefront on the show. Put some gospel categories on the goddamn show. It's on Sunday. Put some gospel categories on TV. Everything is not pop R&B. And put some rap on there too. When are we gonna have some rap? Well, Kanye was not rapping. Goddamn. And he grabbed that microphone, he auto-tuned for a good 3 minutes. But it was a song for his mom. So I'm not knocking that, but I'm knocking the fact that he's singing to auto-tune. It's played out. What if somebody would have got on that microphone and called you out for not being a real singer at the Grammys? Or during your performance? You wouldn't like that, Kanye. So Kanye tried it. Kanye was the biggest fool of the night. The performance of the night for me was Hozier and Annie Lennox. I think Beyonce did the song justice. Again, Mikkel, and I know Mikkel loved it. I just felt that the extra oomph was missing. Madonna, she still said, "Bitch, I'm here." Annie Lennox.
Well, I think that by you saying I loved it is somewhat asserting that I just loved anything she did. No, basically what I'm saying is...
We have difference of opinion.
No, we definitely do. And let me state mine, because I'll let you state yours. Because I'll let you go. And you win. What I'm saying is, I thought she did a good job. I just didn't, for some people, they said that they didn't, you said you didn't feel the anointing. Well, not everybody's going to feel the anointing like you feel it. Like, for instance, what make you shit don't make me sleep, okay? Or, you know where I'm going with that. Just like a lot of people when they go to certain churches. You go to some churches and people be hooting and hollering what the pastor's saying, but you sitting there like, I'm not feeling the word from him. It's okay. I don't think that people who said they felt it are just fans of Beyonce's. It probably was some people who said, well, I don't think she did a bad job. I think a lot of people just were hell-bent on this whole Ledisi thing, and it was like, I don't even know how this even became about Ledisi, about somebody who was not even originally a part of the program at all. Beyonce wasn't even a part of the program. And my thing is that I have a problem with this is, had it been Fantasia that took over for this song, we wouldn't even be having this discussion.
No, Fantasia would have got it too. Because Selma, if you don't have nothing to do with Selma, you shouldn't be performing. Point blank.
But okay.
Anybody.
It's okay.
Anybody.
It's okay.
That's so disrespectful. Listen. It's disrespectful to have the singer of the song sitting in the audience and you got somebody else up there singing.
But the singer of the song,
whether it's Fantasia, Beyonce, Jennifer Hudson, Shirley Caesar, any of them, is disrespectful.
But the point was that the song. Oh God, I feel like I said I wasn't going to come here and do that, so I'm not going to do this.
Well, we already did.
No, you did. I just said because I'm just
proving a point. I'm just saying it don't matter.
Your point is proven.
Whoever, it doesn't matter who, because if
I said your point was proven.
I know, and I'm gonna keep on reiterating. If I had something to do with the project, let's say like this is the Tonys. You had a great performance on the play, in the play on Broadway, and then Denzel Washington comes to the director and say, I'm really touched by what's going on in America, and I would really love to do the opening monologue. Like, that's my monologue. How you gonna steal my monologue and then not tell me? Oh, but see, the thing is, because, we're doing something else from the play, but he wanted to do that, so we decided to bring him in and let him do it. I think it would have been great if they would have said something to me and let me know. That's just like me talking to the, CBS and saying, well, I didn't even know what was going on, but this is a powerful play, and I'm just glad that, so-and-so had it before, and so-and-so had it. I had a chance to do it, and now somebody else get a chance to do it, show it to their audience. I just think it was a slap in the face to her, and she just had to be nice about it because she know how to Beehive's attacks, and she wasn't going to say nothing. But I like how Jill Scott, tweeted her, and I heard that Erykah Badu, but I don't think Erykah Badu was being shady talking about downplaying Me, Myself, and I. I don't think that was shadiness, but I really think the point that's going to drive this home is that Ledisi really was a non-factor because the Grammys would have preferred Beyonce over Ledisi anyway, even though it's not fair, because Beyonce brings in ratings. Beyonce is more of a mainstream artist, and the way they look at it,
discussions.
That's right.
Like this.
That's right. So, Ledisi, you will get your moment in the future, like you said. One day I will be on that stage, and when you get on there, I know you're gonna fucking kill it. Ooh. All right. So let's get on out of here. So we're gonna get out of here. We will be back on Wednesday with the video, and then we're gonna, once we find a good debate, a good topic to debate about, we will debate about it. Some people just don't know the difference.
On Wednesday? You mean Friday?
I'll talk to you after this camera cuts off. All right, y'all. We'll see y'all later this week. Okay.